in numbers too big to ignore, and I know too much to go back and pretend, 'cause I've heard it.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Women in Real Estate Success Series. Today I'm coming to you from Melbourne, just got off the plane, mad dash to the hotel to bring to you today my really special guest, who I must say is looking totally gorgeous. And it's like you've got the perfect set in the background there, Kim. And for those who don't know me, my name is Julie Davis, and my special guest today is Kim Muirhead-Holland, who's a very dear friend of mine and somebody I've been with on the journey for many years now, and currently not a woman in real estate, but has really found her true calling and has pivoted some time ago, probably about 2 years, Kim.
Yeah, 2.5 years now.
Yeah. So I'd like to introduce to you Kim Muirhead-Holland, CEO and founder of Get Linked Prestige Networking. I was going to say marketing, networking. So it's great, Kim. I thought that, it's probably for some of our audience, it's something that they really struggle with in terms of networking. And that's what I thought, and making that connection with people. And so I thought, what a great idea is just to have you on, mate. And because you've just been in the world of networking for so long, to give some tips, probably to share your real estate from your transition from real estate into your new business venture.
Absolutely. But first, I just want to say that I love you so much. And yes, we've been connected for a long time, but I'm absolutely honoured, and it's such a pleasure to be on here with you. And I'm absolutely enjoying being alongside you for this new journey. So congratulations to you, lovely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Doing an amazing job.
Thank you. It makes a difference when you're in your flow, doesn't it?
Well, you and I are very similar profiles. So now that I'm absolutely 100% in my flow, I wouldn't be anywhere else. I really wouldn't. And it's thanks to you and helping me with my profile that everything sort of came to light as well.
So let's talk about that. Let's talk about your real estate journey first. And then, so what was your, I guess, the transitioning into making that decision to stop?
Yeah, absolutely, because it came quite quickly to me. I was in real estate, had our own family business, Team Holland Real Estate, and we absolutely love selling real estate. It was something that I actually really, really enjoyed. But what happened is I came to a roadblock where I was at an open home and I was missing my daughter's semi-final netball. And I remember, because I was working with my mum and dad, Cheryl and Bert, I turned to Bert and I said, you know what? I think it might be my time to finish real estate, because I'm always about family first, and I'm not at my daughter's, netball game. And then she started to play states as well, so for Gold Coast. So I just thought, no, she's too important to me. She needs her mum. Yes, I love real estate. So I did decide to leave real estate, and then I was just like, okay, what now? So I guess it all started with that decision, and then it's just been an ongoing flow since then. It's been an amazing journey the last 2.5 years, that's for sure.
It's so interesting. At the moment, I'm doing a lot of work in essentialism, and and being an essentialist, and great work by Greg McCowan, and he's got a blog, he's got several books, and of just really looking at what's essential in your life and the power of saying no. And
yeah, it's so powerful. No sometimes means yes to yourself.
Exactly. And sometimes we say no fearing that we're going to lose an opportunity, but we actually say no, that opens up more opportunity, which is what happened for you. Now, I know that you've been a networker for some time.
Yes.
I know that you come with a voice of experience, and that you have been in a lot of networking groups, and looking at it, look, I guess looking at taking away what has been great and what is not so good. And we often, and in fact, I just had a call a couple of days ago with a client from Perth, and she joined a same profile as me, joined a networking club, very well known one. She was even president. She was fantastic. She won the award every month for the most guests and the most referrals, and like so totally in her flow. And then things got political. And
Yeah.
I spoke to her and said, "How is your networking going?" And she said, "I've actually resigned." And she told me the story behind it of
Yeah.
how she's treated.
Wow.
Share what your experiences and what was I guess, your driver.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Well, for starters, I think if you're in real estate or if you own a business, everybody should be networking somewhere and finding your people, because referrals and connections is where the magic happens. I was in multiple networking networking groups, and I got to a stage in business where I was feeling a bit stuck. I just wanted more, but the groups weren't giving me what I needed at the time. So it was more or less like I outgrew where I started, and everyone's got to start somewhere. But the thing is that helped me with Get Linked is, and what makes us different is the fact that I really look at established business owners, because I had the problem that I didn't know. I wanted a business safety net. And I say that with part of Get Linked. So, you know, there's nothing much out there to be a business safety net at the moment. So that's where Get Linked comes into play. But definitely all networking platforms are wonderful as long as you start somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would totally agree. And I think what do you think? All right. So say somebody's looking to say, okay, I've listened to this, I'm going to look around, I'm going to look for a networking group. What do you think are the three most important things that they should look at in consideration of that particular group?
Well, first I would start with themselves. Like, do they know their business inside and out? Do they know where they're in flow? Do they know their ideal target market? Do they know who they want to be connected with? So as a business owner or real estate agent, I think you need to have those answers to those questions before you start looking, because then you're going to come across confident. You're going to come across that you know where you're going and what you're doing. Otherwise, you might get stuck in some networking groups that is just a coffee catch up. And I can tell you from experience, networking should not be a coffee catch up. I say that a lot. So you need to go with intention. You've also got to go with an open heart and open to learning and meeting new people. And the thing is with networking, some people might be an extrovert or some people might be an introvert. I can work with both those people, and I do work with those types of people. But understanding you and yourself first, then my suggestion is to just go visit different networking groups and then feel like, I can tell you, like, when I love it when people come to Get Linked, because they go, oh, it feels like home. I feel safe. I felt welcomed. So keep an open heart and just go with what your body's telling you at all these different events, and you'll know, no matter where that your home ends up, you will know that that's where you fit, and just give it a go.
Yeah, I would agree. And I would say also the quality of the people within that group is really, really important.
And mindset.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, so I'm part of your networking group in my Team Dynamics brand, outside of real estate. And I must say, first thing, I'm here in Melbourne for 2 days, could not get a flight back to turn up on Wednesday. So I've got major FOMO, because I know this is about, you know, a think tank this week. So this is what I love so much about your group, Kim, is that it's a support in terms of helping us, and it's like a mentorship
Mm-hmm.
You really need to have in a networking group is that you have like-minded people that are of a certain caliber and experience in business, that they can share ideas,
Yes.
problem solve, but also and I have been involved also in other networking groups, and it's all about referrals.
Yeah.
But of
With
course,
us, it's all about connection,
it's all about connections as well.
collaboration.
Yeah, and it's all about having fun as well and feeling part of something bigger than yourself. And I think that's really important. And I know back in the day, like in the 1980s, even roundabout, I belonged to a group which was called SWAP. And no, it wasn't like put your car keys in the middle. It stood for Salesman with a Purpose. And quite honestly, some of my dearest friends is that I met through that organisation. And so I think, the friendships that you form, are very special, because you've got a group of like-minded people in terms of all wanting the same thing, but wanting the best for each other. Now, one thing that is probably that people find the hardest, Kim, is standing up and introducing themselves and telling the audience what they do, what they need, and who would be their referral. Give us some tips on that.
Okay, well, to give a really brief story, I never thought I'd be doing what I do today, because in other networking groups that I've been involved with, I get up, my hands are sweaty, I feel sick. Actually, I launched my Southern group at the Gold Coast last week, and all of those emotions came up again, where in my Northern Gold Coast group, I'm calm. I feel like really, I just totally different feelings and emotions. So I love it when people come to me and go, I'm scared to get up. And like, I've got us step by step, examples, and there will be, I'll be offering those sort of things moving forward. But the biggest thing is, the first thing I'd say to you is write down a 60-second spiel. Like, not even that. Like, what I say is I bring business owners together through networking. So have your short, sharp, and then you can have a 60-second spiel. Don't waffle. Even if you write it down and you read it, that's step one. If you're that overwhelmed. So definitely plan.
And I think, is to be really clear on the values that you have in terms of what you bring to your clients, but then how do you solve their problem through what you do?
Well, there's so many problems in business, so many problems. And as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter what industry you're in, we all have the same problems. So my networking group, we basically work on those problems. And that's why no two meetings are the same. And I'm so excited about that, because I look at what the group needs. I look at what you need. I'm looking at what my members are asking for. Then we just deliver it as a team. So I'm very blessed to have such a supportive, executive team, which Julie is a part of, which is awesome. Yeah. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, and let's talk for a minute about team, because we are doing a little bit of work with the team at the moment, and we've profiled all the team, which is really exciting. And I think it's on the 8th, isn't it, that we're doing a session with the team and looking at what is it or who is it that we may need in terms of to have a balance in that. And team's so important. So Tom, call it in terms of like looking for your executive team. It wasn't about who wants to put their hand up, and we'll just take if you've got a pulse, you'll do, which is what happens because people just want people to help. Tell us about the criteria of and the caliber of people in your opinion, if you're building a team, because it's not going to be really different to any team. What were the key things that you looked at?
Definitely someone that wanted to be on the team, for starters. I'm a big believer of not forcing people to do things, and because time is, very valuable to each person. But with my executive team, everyone has different strengths. Like I have a superstar systems and process lady who's multi-award winning, and she helps with all my back end. And then I have an amazing wealth management gentleman. He's my calm in the farm. Like because I'm a networker, go bunny, flit around. When I'm with him, he calms me down and calms the group down. Then there's you, which is helping me build that beautiful team. And then we've got a couple of coaches on the executive team. And then we've got someone who's actually like just business development. So I've got them in business development to sort of help me grow a little bit. So everyone has a purpose. I've also got a gold sponsor who is highly connected, and he's my Kim. Yes, he's my Kim. No. So, he sort of brings me into line, says, okay, yes, no, and is quite direct. So I just take everybody's piece of goodness, and then we form decisions around the ideas and what problems we've got to deal with within the group, which I must say we haven't really had. No, because we're dealing with quality professionals here. So I've definitely found since starting this group is that there's less stress management and more delivery. What can we do to help our member? Who needs us the most? Who do we need to rally around? There's so many different aspects and layers to get linked. And I guess that's why I'm so proud of what we do and what we deliver.
Yeah. And so Kim, 2 chapters on the Gold Coast. Yes. It's really exciting. Tell us about your bigger goal, your bigger plans.
My end goal, and I'm not even going to say my end goal because it's multi-layered, but for me, I'm building a brand, a business that I'm going to either license or franchise. But the quality of what we'll have on offer is basically, it will be another business that either if there's somebody wants a part-time job, they can take on Get Linked, or there's someone like me that wants to just do networking for a business, I'm going to give them all the resources that they need, and then they'll have me and my team as support. So that's the end goal, only nationwide, so Australia-wide, and we will be strategically placing ourselves in golf clubs nationwide, because my husband is heavily involved with golf, so it just makes sense.
It does,
yeah. And I've got some really exciting things coming in the next 12 to 2 months, which I'm not going to give too much away because my members don't know about it yet, because I love surprising them. And yeah, there's just so much growth. I've got everything written down with the end in mind. And if I could talk to anybody about any business, is go with what is the end in mind? Why are you in business? And then work backwards and what steps you need to take to grow. And don't be afraid to give it a go.
So a question I'm going to ask you, Kim, is what's the difference? And we talk about things being easy and things happening like when you're in flow. And I find for myself that is just so absolutely true. Tell me about the difference it's made for you to be doing something that you're so innately attuned to as to something that's difficult.
Yes. Well, you've helped me with that, because part of my profiling, I'm not a big person on attention to detail. I like creating, but not the attention. So the back end, the systems, the processes, the admin, that's not when I'm in flow. But when I'm in flow, I'm networking, creating, helping people, bringing business owners together. So by understanding where you are in flow helps you so much, because then you realize, oh, that's why I enjoy that. That's why I don't enjoy that. So we do more of what we're in flow, and we then hire those that. So I've got a bookkeeper and I've got admin staff. So I do have staff as well as an executive team. Because as you grow, you need people around you that can support you and work for you. But to get the most out of your business when you're in flow, you never, you feel like you're not working.
I know. And the higher your contribution is, right?
Yes.
So,
The more people you can help.
I think you're amazing, and I have just watched you flourish and grow, and you just radiate. Honestly, sitting back and going to some of your launch events and things like that, of what people say about you and the level of respect that they have above everything else, and that's a very big part of the reason why they join Get Linked. But anyway, we'll put some details if you want to find out more about it.
Absolutely.
And that would be really awesome. Thanks so much for joining us this week, Kim. I will go and get organised. I'm going to the Rise conference tomorrow. I'm looking forward to some hugs. I've missed that so much with so many of my, my industry friends. So I'm really looking forward to what tomorrow is all about. But I am a little bit frustrated. I'm not going to be there on Wednesday. But anyway.
We will miss you, but you are where you need to. It's going to be amazing having Susie join us from Cancer Council Queensland, because we're partnered with Cancer Council Queensland, so many layers there. But thank you so much for having me and your kind words, and I'm blessed to have you in my life, and I love working with you and Contribution Compass. So thank you.
You're very welcome.
Great to see you guys.
Sometimes I'm not sure who I am, or even if I'm where I'm supposed to be. Grateful for all of my memories, starting to feel like I need new air. Today isn't my forever. I'm always changing for the better. Closely to my soul, to know what I've got to let go. And every single day I'm looking forward, be brave, embrace change, taking steps into the unknown, breaking free, finding clarity, what's best for me. I will find my way. Every single day I find my way. Nothing is good, nothing is bad. Let life happen and take it all in. I choose to focus on myself and promise to always put myself first. Today isn't my forever. I'm always changing for the better. I listen closely to my soul, to know what I've got to let go. And every single day I'm looking forward, be brave, embrace change, take steps into day.